I am an inventor. I've invented a eco-flap, which is a draft sealer for letterboxes. You put it on the inside of the door, cover up the aperture, and leaving all the outside letterbox exactly as it is, no alteration, and this will fully draft proof it. The idea actually came from a time when we had cats and the pet doors were blowing open in the wind, and I got fed up with this. And I just felt sure I could do something which would stop that happening. And that was basically the development of the principle of the eco-flap. The eco-flap actually works because in its closed position, it's pivoting roughly in the middle, but the closing side is larger in surface area than the bottom side. So when the wind's blowing in this direction, there is more pressure on the larger surface area than on the smaller surface area, so it's pushing it shut. But on the other side of the flap, it's larger at the bottom than the top, so when the wind blows the other way, there's more pressure shutting it that way as well. So it can only rotate that way, and you push in the letter that way. You can get a single sheet and poke it straight through, don't have to touch the letterbox, so you've got no chance of damage or dog bites or cat bites or whatever, scratches, and it never blows open. So it's vandal proof because you can't get hold of the flap. It's going to be useful to all these places like housing associations and councils and what have you. It's actually been tested to wind speeds of well over 100 miles an hour, actually 114.7 I believe to be exact, which is 1700 pascals, and then it's also been tested against water pressure as well. Eco-flap would really be of benefit to the typical householder. First of all, it'll stop all the drafts. It will not restrict the mail. It has no brushes, no springs, nothing to damage or impede its passage through the door. It completely stops the draft. Doesn't matter which way the wind's blowing, it will stop that draft. Now, that is energy saving because you're not going to lose the heat inside the house. The letterbox is not going to be left propped open with mail not falls through because of the restrictions. They're left halfway through and the flap is open. A lot of people won't realise that you can actually lose, just through the letterbox alone, or waste up to 27%, I have heard it, of your energy costs through that letterbox leaking. I mean, how many people realise that? Also, on top of the heating that you lose, you can get cold draft through the letterbox onto a thermostat or something which may be in the hall or passageway. This gives false information to the thermostat. The thermostat then tells the heating to turn right up and you waste all that energy unnecessarily. We've had lots of inquiries from other countries, much colder or extreme temperatures, Canada and all sorts of places, where the eco-flap actually also enhances when they're doing air conditioning, which they don't want to lose in the summer, so it's got a double whammy. Saving energy. It's now become so important because energy costs so much, and virtually anything you can do to save losing energy is going to be cost effective in the long run. So stopping drafts is one thing. Looking how you're wasting energy, look more deeply into it because it is costing more, and it's going to be cost effective to actually tackle these points. I know eco-flap will make a really immediate change in the energy consumption, but we ought to look more at our thought process in everything that we do. But we've got to look at the way we actually live and where we are losing it, from the usual thing of running the tap when you're cleaning your teeth, or just pouring hot water away down the sink, you know what I mean? Whereas if we can recapture that heat and warm up the fresh water coming in. I've got lots of ideas myself on that sort of thing, but this is where the waste is, and we're paying for that down the drain. So we're working, we're paying our taxes, and then we're spending again using it on what we're wasting. So, it would benefit ourselves personally and the country if we all started altering the way that we look at the energy that we are using. I would like Jessel Innovations to be seen as innovative, practical, simple, energy saving, and being a benefit to humanity generally.